Greetings and welcome. Video Phantom here, about to review episode 2 of Gotham Knights. Okay, let's get to it. Show starts off with the police arriving at Wayne Manor, and somehow or another, they found the Batcave, the exact place where the Batcave is at Wayne Manor. They don't explain how they found the Batcave. They just arrive, and somehow they manage to find it. How they know where it was? Because apparently Cressida didn't know. Cressida makes a comment to Harvey Dent about how they're treating Bruce Wayne like a criminal when he did a better job of stopping criminals than the GCPD did. And she acts all sympathetic towards Turner. Cut to a high-class expensive shop where we see the gang, Duella, the Rose, and Turner doing a little shopping. Well, shoplifting, actually. Duella tries on some makeup made by a company called Janus, and that's funny because, you see, in the comics, Duella is not the Joker's daughter, she's Two-Face's daughter. That's why her name is Duella. Duo, you see. And remember, Janus was the Greek god with 2 faces. See what they did there? Yeah, and Harper dyed her hair blue, put a little blue streak in her hair because, you know, she wants to stay hidden. So what better way to stay hidden than put something on that makes you easily recognizable? Turner tries to remind everyone that when they clear their names, they're gonna pay for all the stuff that they're taking. Turner reminds them that this is just a loan and they're gonna pay it back when they clear their names. Harper says, oh, but these clothes were made by child labor, so it's okay if we steal them. Yeah, okay. Duella goes up to Turner and asks him, where's that bad boy within? Let him out. I want to see him. So yeah, they're trying to build something up there, aren't they? Trying to recreate that Batman and Catwoman dynamic. Suddenly, they hear the police siren. Someone wonders who tripped the silent alarm. Sure, couldn't have been any of them when they were swiping the stuff. They escape out the rear exit because apparently the GCPD never even thought about covering the rear exit. Then suddenly we see Robin, aka Carrie Kelly, make a very unrealistic jump from a high ledge onto the concrete ground. She says she's there to respond to a burglary in progress. She either got there pretty quick or she just happened to be in the neighborhood when the alarm tripped. Maybe her mom's car is really fast. But apparently she decides to let them go, because that's what superheroes do on the CW, apparently. At least on the ones with the Batman theme. You know, Batman theme, but without Batman. Cut to report on Gotham News Now, I guess GNN for short, where we see a press conference with Mayor Hill talking about how he's forming a task force to apprehend Turner, the Rose, and Duella. So cut to the clock tower at the school where the gang have returned, where their secret hideout is now apparently, and where apparently not a single student sees them going in or out, no matter what time of day or night they go in. Carrie tells them that they're supposed to be keeping a low profile, and points out that Harper's blue hair will make her stand out, to which she says, Mrs. Gotham, you blend in by standing out. Yeah, sure. But putting a blue streak in your hair, when people know what you look like, yeah, that makes you stand out even more and more easily caught. Idiot. Cut to school the next day when Stephanie is walking down the hallways, runs into Brody, the douche, and she actually tells him right there, surrounded by other students, that he helped Turner by hacking into the banks on a back computer. Oh, yeah. Way to give yourself away there, sweetheart. Just tell the whole world, why don't you? Let everybody know that you are aiding and abetting a fugitive. Idiot. Stephanie goes to the door to the clock tower, where apparently no other student goes, ever. She looks to make sure no one's looking before she punches in the code and goes in. As she goes in and sees everybody laying down sleeping, suddenly Duella has a knife to her throat. Turner stops her and saying, wait, don't kill her or you'll kill the one person who can help clear our names. Turner introduces her as Stephanie. Harper's like, oh, the hacker chick? Then she says, oh, wait, Stephanie Brown? The daughter of Arthur Brown? Are you the daughter of the Quiz Bowl host? Stephanie tells Turner that the police crashed Wayne Manor, crashed the Batcave, and has seized a Bat computer. Meanwhile, at the police station, Commissioner asks Harvey Dent if he's heard from Officer Ford. He says he hasn't. So she tries calling him, but they hear his phone ring from a package on his desk. Harvey opens the box, and we see a plastic bag full of something, which we should assume is Ford's head that was severed in the last episode. So the commissioner calls the rest of the team, and they hear a bunch of phones going off in a pile of boxes in the mail cart, so they can only guess what's in those packages. Cut back to the clock tower where the gang are watching the news report on a TV that they happen to have in the clock tower. An old school TV with rabbit ears and everything. Somehow they got good reception without cable, and they're watching a news report about Ford and his team being killed. And of course, they're the suspects. They figure it's a court of owls, but Harper's like, who's gonna believe us? Turner says, my dad would. He must have gotten too close to the court of owls, that's why he got killed. So I need to pick up where he left off. Colin asks, how do we do that? And then from out of nowhere, Carrie's like, I think I know. You know, because she has to be at a scene and then pops in at just the right moment because that's how it works in the real world, right? Anyway, Carrie says that Bruce has some journals that he kept in Wayne Tower, only it's kept in a secret compartment. She suggests that they break into Wayne Tower, get to the secret compartment, and grab the journals. They figure that they would have fixed the security and doubled on the security, but Turner points out that Bruce Wayne had a private elevator that went from their basement garage to his office in Wayne Tower. Meanwhile, back at the police station, the mayor's giving Harvey Dent and Commissioner hell. Harvey makes a little crack about his approval rating, and the commissioner gives a report about the banks being hacked during the exact time that the prisoners were being transported. So they figure Turner couldn't have hacked the banks, so someone had to be helping him. So Harvey realized, hey, after he was arrested, who was his one phone call? Who did he call? So the police go to the school, they find Stephanie Brown, and they take her into custody. Meanwhile, the gang manages to track down the Wayne vehicle with which she gets to the garage. They don't tell us where they find it, of course, because, you know, writers. They go down to where the secret elevator is. So Harper's on a computer hacking into the security system because apparently she's a hacker too. Turner and Carrie go to the elevator door. Turner punches in the code, which, lucky for him, hasn't been changed yet. And no sooner does the elevator door shut than Duella tells the other two that, hey, we should get out of here. We'll use this watch, sell it, split it 3 ways, and get out of Gotham. Use this car to get out of Gotham. Apparently she did some checking around to see how much the watch is worth. And apparently it's worth a lot more than she thought. She found an antiquities dealer who was willing to pay her good money. Now remember, this is the same person who lectured them on the Court of Owls how they have eyes everywhere and that they don't like loose ends. Oh wait, she says that later, but anyway, it's a watch with the Court of Owls seal on there. Did she not think that maybe people in the Court of Owls would be looking for that watch? Apparently not. Up in Bruce Wayne's office, Turner and Carrie arrive. They go into his office. She opens up the secret compartment, and they find the journal. Turner reads a few pages of the journal from when Bruce Wayne was a kid, and then reads the part where it says George Hill killed his parents, but he didn't act alone. He was ordered to do so by the Court of Owls. Meanwhile, back at the car, Colin decides he's staying to help clear his name because he chose his name, and it's his name, and it's his choice. Oh, side note, I did a little research, and Colin Rowe in the comics is actually a gay male. But the writers and producers, I suppose, figured, oh no, not woke enough. No. He has to be a trans male. Imagine that. Being a gay male is now passé. Anyway, we cut to the GCPD where Stephanie Brown is being questioned by Harvey Dent. Turner points out that Stephanie has a 4.0 grade point average in computer science, and he tells her that hacking into financial institutions carries a minimum 5-year sentence. And then we see Brody the Douche showing up, speaking to the police. Cut back to Wayne Tower where Turner's reading the journal and he finds that the Court of Owls had been hunting the Waynes for years, centuries even. He saw maps drawn, all kinds of clues, and then he reads a part where Bruce Wayne says that, oh, the Court of Owls is all a fairy tale. They're not real. Suddenly the security cameras go online, and the alarm has been tripped. And Harper warns him, and she warns him that someone is on the floor with him already. And it's the Talon, the ninja dude that beheaded Officer Ford in the last episode. He's the Talon, the hired assassin for the Court of Owls. So Turner and Carrie run out of the office, they shut the doors and try to hold them shut, while the Talon is trying to bust open the doors. How strong can he be if he's held back by 2 high school kids? The alarm in the garage goes off, and they find that GCPD is on their way over there now. Harper and Cohen decide to go and help them, but then when they get out of the car, Duella gets in the driver's seat and drives off, saying, "So long, suckers!" Duella's like, "Everybody abandons me, no one will come and save me, so I'm out of here. Bye!" She drives off. The cops are coming, so Harper and Cohen run to the elevator door. Harper punches in the code. I don't know how she got the code. Did Turner tell her the code? We don't know. Anyway, she just happens to know the code and punches it in. They go in, and the elevator doors shut just in time. Harper and Cullen rush in. They hold the doors while Turner grabs a sword off the wall and puts it through the doors so it can't be opened. Then he grabs the other sword. But now they don't know how to escape because the Talon's on the other side and GCPD are coming up the steps. So Carrie says, "Oh, there is one way." Carrie grabs a bat rope that creates a zip line from which they can escape, apparently strong enough to hold all of them, and the rope just happened to attach to a stable concrete wall or something that manages to hold them up. Meanwhile, Duella finds the antique dealer where she's hoping to sell the watch. The antique dealer says, "Oh, I made some phone calls to find out how much this watch is worth. And someone is really interested in this watch, particularly the person who's selling it." Apparently, Duella was so surprised that a watch that had a Court of Owls seal on it was being sought after. You know, the same person who knew the Court of Owls are so dangerous and they have eyes everywhere. Duella tells the antique dealer that the Court of Owls are not into leaving loose ends. And that's when the antique dealer gets impaled suddenly by the Talon sword. Duella runs out of there, runs back into the car. The Talon tries to smash the car window, but for some odd reason, he can't break the window. So what does he do? He goes to the back of the car, and he stabs his sword right through the gas tank. Okay, so the sword can't break glass, but it can pierce a car and pop open the gas tank and cause it to leak gas? Yeah, I don't know the logic in that either. Anyway, he scrapes the ground where there's gasoline, creates a spark, and starts a fire. Duella suddenly starts coughing because smoke got into the car like in a matter of milliseconds. He tries to open the car door, but the car handle's too hot, even though the fire literally just started, so her handle couldn't have heated up that quickly. And apparently she's too stupid to realize that she has sleeves on her shirt that she could have used to open the car door. You know, like an oven mitt. Idiot. And right then is when they finally get to her. Turner and Rose. Somehow they knew exactly which antique dealer she was going to see. Somehow they knew exactly where to find her. Because she didn't contact them. Anyway, the Collins managed to open the door. Harper sensibly uses some cloth to open the car door. And Turner is fighting the Talon with his sword. The Talon throws a blade at Turner, but he somehow dodges it. And Carrie somehow catches it, but then throws it at the car door. I've seen Saturday morning cartoons that were more believable and realistic than that. The Talon somehow injures Turner's arm. Carrie tells him to hit the deck. He does. And she has some sort of rocket launcher on her that she uses on the Talon and sends them flying back a few hundred feet. And then he still manages to slowly get up. It's like a scene from a cheap knockoff of a Friday the 13th movie. So they run out of there, and the Talon just stands there and lets him go. So now they're back at the clock tower, where Cullen is bandaging up Duella, and tells her, if it were up to us, we would have left you. So you should be thanking Turner. Duella expresses her admiration for the way Turner handled using a sword. Turner tells her that Daddy wanted him to learn fencing and martial arts. So then, why didn't he use his martial arts to defend himself when he was getting his butt kicked in jail in the last episode? Meanwhile, back at the police station, Stephanie sees Brody and says, "How could you rat me out like that?" Brody tells her, "I didn't rat you out. I told them I did it. I told them I hacked those banks." But then, after he tells her that, he's able to walk out of there. Yeah, hacking the banks is supposed to carry a minimum 5-year sentence. Yet, after he confessed to hacking the banks, he's somehow able to walk out of there, no problem, not being under arrest or anything. Explain that, please. Now the police are investigating Wayne Tower, investigating the break-in. Harvey asks the commissioner what was taken. Commissioner says, just a sword. Harvey wonders why they would come back to the scene of a crime just for a sword. Commissioner says, I don't know. Maybe we should ask the antique dealer who was impaled by one. Cut to Wayne Manor where Mayor Hill is paying Cressida a visit. He tells Cressida, please let the court know that I'm as unhappy with the hunt for Turner and his friends as they are. So now we know that the mayor is in cahoots with the Court of Owls, as is Cressida. But then the mayor comments that he'd have an easier time if he'd have to keep covering up for the Talon's killings. To which Cressida said, you didn't have any problem with it when he killed your rival years ago. Cressida says to the mayor, have you forgotten your debt of gratitude? And he answers, no, I haven't, just keep me in office so I can continue to repay it. Cut back to the clock tower where Stephanie's talking to Turner, and she asks him, how did the Talon know that they were there? And how did you manage to get in and out of there by passing all security in a GCPD? Turner says, yeah, there's another mystery too. Turner found that the final entry in the journal was torn out. Turner says whoever tore out those pages doesn't want him to know what was written there by Bruce Wayne. And now we cut to Carrie crawling back into her bedroom at her apartment. And after she gets in, she pulls out the pages that were torn out of the journal. She looks at them, and she reads the line where it says, what will happen when Turner finds out? What could that mean? Now, how much you want to bet that Carrie is in cahoots with the Court of Owls. Bet you that's going to be a big reveal later on. That the one person you thought was supposed to be a hero is actually in league with the Court of Owls. They might even say that Bruce Wayne himself was a member of the Court of Owls. You know, because the CW and they defecate all over Batman and Bruce Wayne. I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, that's another crappy episode in the can. I'll be surprised if the show lasts even to a second season. Actually, no, I won't be surprised. Because Batwoman was a crap show and they gave that show 3 seasons for some reason. After the 3rd season, they were like, okay, that's enough, we can't take it anymore. Yeah, the viewers couldn't either. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and share this video, ding the bell icon so you know when another video will be uploaded. Be seeing you.